What's up, everybody? I'm Chase Lee, the co-host of the Real Me and Colin, a movie podcast, and a contributing reviewer on DallasMoviescreenings.com. And I got another movie to review for you guys, and that would be Diane. Now, this one comes from IFC, the independent film channel, and this one is directed and written by Kent Jones, and it stars Mary Kay Place as a woman who has lived a good life. She has a son. She has a lot of family members. She takes care of a lot of people, and so She seems like a very humble person to where, she's got some family members that are sick and maybe on the verge of dying. And so she goes to take care of them. She goes to take care of other people that need help in their lives. And, her son is addicted to heroin. So she tries to help him out so he doesn't relapse again. So she's just a helping type of person. But as you can tell with this type of story, when you're helping that many people out in your life, sometimes you can't really help yourself, and so you start to lose yourself a little bit in your identity. And so that's basically what the story is. And, going into this, I had no idea what it was. Never saw the trailer for it. Received the screener from IFC, so thank you. And to review for you guys. And so it was fine. It's one of those things to where I appreciate some of the concepts and some of the some of the ideas that were thrown around into this movie, but overall it was just kind of like it was just an okay experience. So to start with Kent Jones, who wrote and directed this thing, the one thing I really appreciate is contrast. There's a lot of mirroring going on in this film to where we have a main character, which, by the way, this is a character study type of film. He centrally focuses on her, on Diane, and really no one else, and just kind of see how she interacts with other people in her life and how they affect her and stuff. So I really appreciate that from that standpoint. But to go back to the contrast thing, this is a character that loves to help out people and really kind of puts herself out there and really doesn't focus on herself, but really wants to do good for other people. And so what's interesting is that when she has like some of these conversations with either her family members or other people that she's taking care of, and even with her son at certain points, she's often asking advice and help from them. And so I thought that was a great kind of contrast going on to where, she's really confident in what she does. She is an easygoing woman. She just goes to help out selflessly, but she doesn't really know her guidance in life. She doesn't know her path. She doesn't know where to go with certain aspects about her life. And so she asked for advice. And I thought that was really kind of cool because it really kind of shows the in-depth look into her character. Once again, a character study. And I thought that was kind of cool. Another thing I really appreciated was it's just the small things, right? And so Kent Jones transitioned a lot of scenes with either fades, hard cuts, or shots of driving down roads. And I like that because it shows us that this is a person who goes from destination to destination to destination, doesn't really have time to like slow down and do something for herself. And also, it shows that she has no idea where she's going in life. That is, like, she is just aimlessly wandering, looking for the right answer. And I really appreciate that because that was kind of like a theme going on and whatnot. The one thing I didn't really care for, to be honest with you, was the ending. This film likes to time jump, and I don't mind time jumping. I think it's an effective way to storytell. And I don't need to be spoon-fed and tell me what year, what date is on the bottom of the screen. But when this one kind of jumps ahead to a certain point and then just kind of carries out the rest of the movie, I was thinking to myself, like, this seems a little rushed, a little just kind of like, it's there, it happened, and then the movie's just done. And it's just like, well, I didn't mind like the first 85% of the movie, but like that last 10 to 15, man, it's just, I don't know. I didn't really like that far into time jumping that it did. I just didn't really think it had that impact that the director-writer wanted in terms of, like with her son or her or, some of the other people in her life. I don't know. some of that stuff, it felt a little rushed, a little hacked into the writing. And to be honest with you, I don't know. I wouldn't mind if it was a little longer. The movie's only like an hour, and what is it, like 35 minutes or something like that? It's pretty short. And given like some of these time gaps and stuff, maybe a couple extra scenes would have helped. I have no clue. But I did feel it was a tad rush. But speaking of the time, it's not a boring watch. It's not like a fastly paced movie. It's just like it's got a steady pace to it, and I think through Mary Kay Place's performance, I think will actually just carry you over to the finish line because she's great in this movie. I really like her quite a bit. I've never even heard of her. And then when you look at her filmography, like, I'm such an idiot because she has so many films that I've seen, and I'm just like, okay, she's one of these character actors that just pops up in everything, and you have no idea. But what I like about this is that she's the main character. She is the lead. She is the powering force behind the story, and she did a really great job. A lot of subtle acting, a lot of explosive acting in certain moments, a lot of facial acting that was really well established. She was great. Everyone else was fine, especially Jake Lacey. I like that guy, from The Office, and he was even great in like Obvious Child, that movie he did with Jenny Slate. But there was something about his performance that felt off to me. It just felt really kind of wooden and forced, almost like he was acting like in a soap opera and she was acting above here. So it's just like it was some weird line deliveries from him, and he's not the type of actor that can pull off like angry really well. And this might be just this movie. If he watches this review, he's gonna be like, "Oh my god, I hate this guy." But yeah, I felt like he was a little jaded. Not something that like completely throw me off of my experience, but just I noticed it amongst everyone else. Everyone else was fine. She was great. He was a little rocky. Yeah, it's a nicely shot movie. It's got a really nice story to it. The acting is all over the place, but relatively consistent. Yeah, it's a fine watch. I don't think this is going to be anything that'll be talked about for a long time. I know a lot of people, from what I read online, really like this movie. It won like Best Narrative Feature, Screenplay and Cinematography at Tribeca last year. So what do I know, right? But I think for me, it's more of a middle of the road type of movie. It's a nice little character study, something that's different from all the kind of like movies about drug addiction or helping family members out and stuff. Like it was a nice change of pace, and there were some ideas of greatness, but I just think overall it was just kind of like an okay movie for me. But I will give it that edge up because of Mary Kay Place's performance. I think she's what really sells this experience. So I'm going to give Diane a C+. I'm probably the only one that hates this movie. Not even hate, but just, like kind of brings it down from the praise that other people are giving it. Once again, not bad, not great in my opinion. It's just like, it's there. So I'm probably going to get roasted in the comments. So, yeah, so what did you guys think of Diane, or have you even heard of it? Comment in that places right below my face and let me know. And that will do it for this review, guys. I'm Chase Lee, and tune in next time for whatever I review next. I will see you guys later.